What's up, yo? What's up, party people? Remember when hoodies were a thing? Like that meant that you were automatically a criminal? Too soon. Hey, my name's Chris. I'm a bookaholic. What's up, yo? What's up, party people? Hi. Who gonna ride that train? Okay. That's so dumb. What? Some of you are like, are you going to wear that stupid hoodie the whole time? I don't know. I might. I'm trying to, you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to do a whole bunch of videos. See, this is what you don't know. A lot of the BookTube people, they do a whole bunch of videos at one time, okay? And then they might even change their shirt. Not this guy. No. I change things up by putting the hoodie up. I put a hat on. You thought, what? That's a brand new video. I know, right? What's up? Hey, you know what I want to do? I want to just talk to you about real quick epic thrift store finds. I'm an avid thrift store, kind of book hunter, and I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt. I'm after you. So basically, some of the great finds I picked up for like a couple bucks, like $1, $2, $3. It's insane. Sometimes what people get rid of, you're like, what? It really is true. Another man's trash is another one's treasure. And another woman's treasure is another man's treasure as well. Okay, focus. Here we go. Okay, awesome thrift store finds for like $1 or $2. This is what I'm saying. I just want to encourage you, show me your awesome thrift store finds. Like, what'd you find? Sometimes, and this happens a lot, I find books that are signed, sometimes that have never been opened. I mean, what? Okay, here's one. Starting. Okay, I know. Terry Goodkind's a little bit of a controversial character for some people. And I think partly because I've heard a rumor that he kind of made a little bit of fun of fantasy and certain epic fantasies. And then he wrote like one. So I don't know. And I believe that Terry Goodkind's passed away, unfortunately. So I can't ask him. But I listened to, and by the way, I'm going to say something, I'm a little bit embarrassed, but I listened to an abridged version of this on tape back in the old days. And I hate abridged versions of anything. There's no way I want an abridged version, but it's all I had. And so when I was going back and forth for some, graduate level work, I would listen to this. And then, of course, I ended up getting this on Audible, the full version. So I might listen to it, but realistically speaking, I probably won't. I'll probably just read this book, though. It's I love this Wizard's First Rule, and then forthcoming, like Wizard's Second Rule is forthcoming. So I actually don't know if this is a first edition. I should do a little research on this, but it kind of feels like it's one of those book clubs in terms of size. It's not large, but yeah, so whatever. So this was kind of cool. I think I probably picked this up for like $2, whatever. Here's a couple more real fast. I'm going to go fast, okay? Pick this up, Wise Man's Fear, the name that shall not be named. Everybody's a little bit ticked. We're all waiting for King Killer Chronicle number Trace. Will it happen? We do not know. I got this for $3. I'd already read it. I think I had the digital copy. And, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's first edition. Kind of doesn't matter to me right now. It's a little bit messed up on the sides, but I loved it. And it's a hardcover book, so it looks kind of good. I got the special edition of The Name of the Wind. So whatever. But this is an awesome little find. I enjoyed it. My wife said she's not going to read the second book until the third book comes out. Some people don't like the second book. I was okay with it. But the problem is you end up with more questions than are answered. So like instead of answering and kind of finding ourselves near the end of maybe resolving a bunch of issues and questions, you just the can's open more. Basically, it's like more stuff's coming out. We're like, we'll never know. I'm a huge fan of Harry Dresden and the Dresden Files, Jim Butcher. I found this in a thrift store for $3. I love it. This literally has never been opened. Like you can tell, nobody has ever actually opened this book. Okay? Kind of cool. So not only do you find awesome books out there that are great finds, but sometimes you find some special things in these used books. I'm a big fan of David Morrell, and this series is fantastic. Inspector of the Dead, or The Opium Eater. This is a really cool mystery. It takes place in the 1800s, mid-1800s in London, and it's fantastic. And David Morrell did an outstanding job in this this 3-volume mystery thriller. So, I mean, he's the master when it comes to thriller writing. One of my favorite authors is William Kent Kruger from the Minnesota area, and this book is not necessarily signed, but it's never been opened, and I've read a number of his works, and I like this. Again, like a $2 purchase. I mean, come on, all day long. I loved this book, Station 11. This was fantastic. Again, I picked this up partly because I'd heard a lot of buzz about it, and I ended up reading this, and I thought, my gosh, this is incredible. And she's such a young author, but her writing style is outstanding, and she's written some amazing books already. Big fan of this one, kind of post-apocalyptic survival. You think, how can anything be added to that genre? But she did an amazing job. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Okay, again, here's the third one. Well, actually, here's the second in the series. You know, by Andy Weir, and this is the one that nobody loves, but I enjoyed it. I'll say that. And I picked this up, inexpensive, $2, $3, all day long. I'm cool with that. This is a first edition, and it looks good on the shelf. I already read it, as I mentioned, and yeah, and I like the way that Andy Weir writes. So. So whatever, take that, yo. I guess I'm keeping the hoodie up. Whatever. At this point, why take it off? Okay, this guy, both of these I've picked up at thrift stores. Kent Haroof, you already kind of know that I'm a big fan of his. Plain Song is the first in the series, and this one, Eventide, and then there's Benediction, which is the other. Let me just say a funny story about a thrift store scenario about this book. So, my brother-in-law came, and they were hanging out. We went to a thrift store to go find some books. And this book, in paperback form, was available. And I said to my brother-in-law, you got to get this book. It's fantastic. And in a lot of ways, it's kind of reminiscent of the place that my sister and I grew up when we were kids. And I said, you should give this a go. Like, it's worth your time. It was like maybe 99 cents, $1. Here's the crazy thing. We bought this at a thrift store, and then we opened up the book, and in the book, I kid you not, is a blank check signed by the person whose bank account it's connected with. So I had a choice. It was not a big moral dilemma, but you can imagine. Like, literally, signed by the person whose checking account is connected to. And so later that day, I called her because her number's on the check. And I said, I don't know if you meant to do this, but, oh, by the way, you left a blank check signed in the book that you donated to Goodwill. So maybe some of you guys out there are living the thug life, and you're like, I'd have cashed that. Okay, you're going to go to jail. But I kind of thought it was definitely one of those, like, let's try to do a good deed here. And boy, I mean, $1.99 could have really paid off. Here's a couple of really cool finds. I want to just show you a few Stephen Kings I picked up. Again, Christine, this was picked up $1.99. No, $2.99. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on this. If this is a special limited first edition of 1,000 numbered. I hope that's true. That'd be cool. Christine, it's in pretty darn good condition, I'll say that. $2.99. That could have been the find of the century. Maybe not that big, but you get the point. Here's another couple more Stephen Kings. Again, $2.99, Nightmares and Dreamscapes. This, again, very little, if at all, opened up. Oh, wait a minute, there's something in here. Is it a blank check? No. Golden Bible chapters. I love that they're using that in the Stephen King as a bookmark. That's awesome. Hey, why not? Why not, yo? Hey, there's something else in here, too. What the crap are... Like, this is from an old tape deck. Kind of neat. Yeah. All right, there you go. Here's a couple more Kings. There we go. Needful Things. This was kind of awesome. Picked this up for, I don't know, $1, $2. It was nuts. And it, again, very barely, if at all, opened and used. So I don't know where I'm at with this. If this is... I've yet to find a King book that is signed, but that would be cool. One day. Pretty awesome. That dog will hunt, right? You know what I'm saying? Chris, we're not rednecks. Okay, Stephen King, Bag of Bones. Again, one more time. Again, this kind of... I'm finding now at times in thrift stores books that are Stephen King books that are pretty beat up. I don't think this is necessarily anything special in terms of editions and all that, but I'm a big fan, and I've read a truckload of his books. This pile, it could kill me. That's where I'm at right now. I just want to show you, I travel a lot for my real life, and I was on the road. I went to a thrift store in the Oklahoma City area, and it was up by Edmond, Oklahoma. There's a thrift store up there, and I thought, I'm going to jump in. And I jumped in, and I found 4 volumes, okay? And I think this was for probably $1 or $2. Hardcover. The Nature of Middle Earth. Hardcover. Right? The Fall of Gondolin. Hardcover, edited by Christopher, and illustrations by Alan Lee, and then of course here, Unfinished Tales. I mean, that's insane. Those books are nuts. I can't believe it. So this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to thrift store finds, this is what you're looking for, right? Those kind of moments where you're like, what? Who throws this away? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, what kind of person says, you know what, here's a brand new hardcover book. I don't think we want it anymore. I don't know. Maybe, I think a lot of times family members with loved ones that have passed away, they try to get rid of things, and I understand that. But my kids already kind of know. When Dad passes away, these books are going to be divvied out, and there's something about me that's super connected to this. And so it's kind of sad in a way to think that these were given away. And all I can say is that it was nice to know that I went and I rescued them from that kind of loneliness, these books. I'm rescuing them from, pulp. Anyway, hey, thanks so much for hanging out. These are just a few of the thrift store finds that I snagged, and I'd love to know what you got. Like, what awesome books did you get that you said, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just found this for like $2, $3. So put that maybe a little, maybe in a picture or something in the comments below. Let me know. I'd love it. So you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And spread the word. Maybe somebody else out there is kind of a book nerd too, and you're like, he wears a hoodie sometimes, but he's okay. I love this stuff, so I hope you do too. Thanks for tuning in.